What's poppin' YouTube? It's Sydney Island here. That's Island with the Y, not an S. And as you can tell by the title, I am finally doing my Venus in freaking Gemini. I know, it's been a long time coming, but I'm here now, so don't even complain, okay? Let's jump right into it. Starting off with what sun signs you'll have if you have a Gemini Venus. Okay, so I have a Gemini Venus, so this will be a very fun video for me, okay? So you'll be either an Aries sun, a Taurus sun, a Gemini sun, a Cancer sun, or a Leo sun. I'm a Taurus sun with a Gemini Venus. So if you have a Gemini Venus, you are a sapiosexual down to your very core. Okay? And what I mean by sapiosexual, for those of you who don't know, is somebody who is sexually aroused by intelligence. Somebody who is sexually aroused by somebody who is smart, somebody who shows their knowledge. You know, when they express all that they know, you get wet or you get a hard on. You know, either one of the two. Either one of the two. Intelligence is a huge turn on to you. Okay. Oh, let me jump in there and say that the Venus, planet Venus, is your sex appeal. It's who you're attracted to, what you're attracted to in people, how people attract you. It's the planet of love, romance, beauty, and also your aesthetic. People who have a Gemini Venus are very intelligent. And that's why they respect other intelligent people. They pretty much won't date you if you don't have something intelligent about you. You know, they won't date you if they feel like you don't have a lot of knowledge, you know. Lack of knowledge is just such a turn off to a Gemini Venus. Like, trust me. I'm talking about myself. I'm going to expose myself in this video. It just, for me, it's like I cringe talking to a guy that just is dumb, you know what I mean? He just, like, if a guy's really handsome, but he opens up his mouth and he says some dumb shit, like, I'm completely turned off. I don't care how cute he is. If he is dumb, I just don't want him. Okay, you have to show that you have some type of intelligence. People who have a Gemini Venus are huge flirts. Okay, they like to flirt, they like to bat their eyes, and I definitely can be flirtatious. I'm not gonna lie about that, so I'm exposing myself in this video. Okay, I can definitely be very flirtatious. You know, I have a Libra moon as well, so that's like double flirtatious. So yeah, I can be flirtatious. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? If I like you, I'll joke around with you. You know, and that's my way of flirting is laughter. You know, sense of humor. You know, a little light touch on the arm or something like that. People who have Venus and Gemini are very talkative. They love to talk. Obviously, I love to talk. That's why I have a YouTube channel, so that I can talk my ass off. Communication is very important when it comes to relationships. If you don't communicate in the relationship, they don't want to be with you. People who have Venus and Gemini are also, you know, very curious. You know, I've had a couple adults in my life tell me that I was very inquisitive, and I didn't really know what that meant at the time. But then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, okay. It means that I'm curious about the world around me. It means that I question things all the time, like a kid. You know, Geminis are very childlike, and we're kind of like curious children. We always just want to know about the world around us, and we always want to know how things work. You know. Also, Venus and Gemini people are social chameleons. You know. They can adapt to any environment that they're in. If the environment is lit, it's loud, we drinking, we dancing, Geminis are going to be with it, you know. They're not going to complain. They're not going to be like, oh my gosh, the music is too loud. They're not going to complain like Virgo. Okay, sorry Virgo. I'm sorry I had to. They're just going to chill it out, you know what I'm saying? Venus and Gemini is not the complaining type, you know. They just go with the flow, you know. If the flow was like real chill, you know, they're gonna be chill. If the flow was real hype and talkative, they're gonna be real hype and talkative. When it comes to love, Venus and Gemini people, they crave variety. They want to get a taste of a little bit of everything out there, much like a Venus and Aquarius. They want to experience all types of people of different like cultures and races and all types of things, you know. Geminis are just curious, you know, and one way to satisfy that curiosity is to date all types of different types of people. Venus and Gemini are very fun and very funny, you know. I'm funny, y'all know I'm funny. I like to joke around, you know. I love laughter, you know. I love to make people laugh, and I cannot be in a relationship with you if you don't make me laugh. I can't be in a relationship with you if you're not a talkative person, if you're not a person who always welcomes mental stimulation. You know, we need that. Venus and Gemini, we need mental stimulation. You know, a boring relationship where we're just laying there doing nothing, like, I literally cannot. Like, that is a nightmare to me. You know, like we need to go on adventures, we need to have some fun, you know, we need to try new things, we need to go out and meet new people. This is a very, very, very social placement for Venus to be in. Also, people with Venus and Gemini cannot stand you trying to pin them down. Them, me. I don't know why I keep saying them. I'm talking about me. So, I can't stand it when you try to pin me down, okay? Let me just be free. Let me just have fun. Don't tell me what to wear. Don't tell me what to do. I'm not going to do it anyways. You know what I'm saying? Venus and Gemini is very independent. And they prefer partners who are also independent. So a Venus in Aries or Venus in Aquarius will work really well for Venus and Gemini. They don't really like clinginess. They don't really like people who, you know, ask too much of them. So like water sign Venuses wouldn't really work the best with a Gemini Venus. I'm not saying that it couldn't work at all, but it's just personally, I like water Venuses. They're deep, they're intelligent, they're great, but when it comes to just what we really want out of relationships is going to be so different that I really don't see it being able to work. You know, I feel like that it would just be too intense, especially like a Venus in Scorpio. Like my sister has a Venus in Scorpio, and sometimes I think she's just too damn intense. And for me, it just makes me want to like keep my distance, you know. And it's also like how you are in friendships too. So me and my sister, we're friends, you know what I mean? We're friends. We grew up together, we're very close, we're friends. And so the way that we go about friendships are very, very different. Her having a Venus in Scorpio, she takes things very seriously. She takes love very seriously. She's like, you know, I can't, you know, be with him if he doesn't have these exact qualities. They can be very controlling. But for Venus and Gemini, that's a nightmare. They do not want to be controlled. We need childlikeness, lightness, sense of humor, playfulness, you know, anything that is just too much like, do this way, and confess your heart to me, and tell me how much you love me, like that. No. No. Oh, my ice cream melting. Oh my gosh, I forgot I had ice cream right here. It's coconut macaroon, dairy free, because I can't do dairy. Water sign Venuses, especially Venus and Scorpio, are very intimidating to us Venus and Gemini people, okay? Venus and Gemini people are also the life of the party. Trust me. I can be a little shy sometimes, but when I'm hanging out with my friends, I'm the life of the party. You know what I'm saying? If I'm at a party, even if it's not people that I don't know very well, let's think about Venus and Gemini. We don't need to know you to have fun with you. And people think that we're two-faced sometimes because, you know, we have all types of different friends. And the reason why is because we have different personalities naturally. And it's not that we're two-faced, that we're being fake. It's really just that I have a side to me that's the very wild side that just wants to do wild, crazy shit that you don't want to tell your parents. And then I have the side to me that's very sophisticated and very professional and very hardworking. And it's just certain sides of me that I don't want to show to everybody. And it's because don't understand. They don't understand me. You know, so I don't want to show sides to me and to certain people that just won't understand. They're just gonna judge me. So why would I show this side to you if you're just gonna think negatively about me? You know what I mean? So we have different groups of friends. I've always had different groups of friends. I can't just have one group of friends because it just drives me crazy. Like I realized how miserable it made me. You know. So if you have a Venus and Gemini, you need all like a bunch of friends. You need a bunch of friends, and you need all the friends to be different from each other to feel socially fulfilled, because Venus and Gemini people, they need social fulfillment. You know, it's just something that we need, and if we don't get it, we can end up depressed, we can end up frustrated, stressed, anxious. We need that mental stimulation from all types of people, because we need a lot of different perspectives on things. You know what I mean? I need perspective, and I need a lot of different perspectives, because for me, reality is not just one truth or one perspective. Reality is all of these different perspectives joined into one, you know, and that's the way I see it. Most likely because of this Gemini influence in me, you know, we just see things from different perspectives, and we need to get different perspectives to match all of that. You know, it's just so much going on in our brains, okay? We think a lot. We're very smart, very thinky people, and we just need as much stimulation as we can to kind of match all that. thinkiness that we got going on. So let me glance down in my notes. Let's see. Yeah, it says we are the things that we hate. Anything emotionally heavy, anything routine, clinginess, and limitations. Okay, we hate those things. I really can't stand routine. I can't stand it. You know, when I was off at school, I hated going to class every week at the same time. It was stressful. I hated it. Like, I just don't want to ever go back to that ever again. I hate routine. I hate doing the same thing over and over again. It makes me just feel like I'm gonna die. Like, I really feel like I want to kill myself. Like, I was so, like, low-key suicidal. I just hate routine. It just drives me nuts. Like, I need something new. I need something fresh constantly, constantly, constantly. And when it comes to friendships, we're very fun, likable, popular. We also will have a large social network. Gemini is a sign of networking. Okay, so it's not only important for us to just get that mental stimulation from friends, it's also important for us to have people that we can connect other people with. You know what I mean? Like, we want to help other people, you know, and we use our ability to network with other people to connect other people, you know. So, like, for example, if I have a friend who's looking for a guitarist and I'm like, man, I need a guitarist for my band, I'm like, hey, I know John, you know, he's a guitarist, I got the hookup. You know, we just like to help people through our social networking. We like to help people through the people that we know. We're just the social glue, you know what I'm saying? And that's me. Like, I love doing that. I love being able to introduce my friends to each other, and friends who are just completely different, and then the friends that are similar. I just like to group people together. I've always been the type of friend that would invite random friends that wasn't a part of my group with my group, just because I just like that. I just want everybody to just come together and get to know each other, and let's just be social, you know. People who have Venus and Gemini are also good at creative writing, and this is definitely true for me. I'm a poet. I've been writing stories ever since I was like 6 years old. I write songs as well. I've posted a few of my songs on this channel, so go check it out. My most recent song is Green Skin, which is, I love it. It's one of my favorites. I love it. Communication is an art form for Venus and Gemini. You know, we're artists with our words. I'm going to eventually publish my book, and you'll be able to see, like, I know how to word things, and I had a friend who read some of my poetry, and he was like, wow, you have some really good imagery in this, you know. And I didn't really think about it, but I was like, yeah, I'm good with painting a picture with my words, you know. And that's just a Gemini thing. We're just, is the word wordsmiths? Whatever it is, we're just so good with words. Like, we can charm you with our words, we can flirt with our words. Also, people who have Venus and Gemini like to talk during sex. Okay, we like, you know, to talk before sex, during sex, after sex. We just like to talk. Okay, so we like, after sex, we want to do pillow talk. We want to talk about the sex we just had. We want to talk about stuff. We just want to talk, you know. And we want you to tell us the dirty thing that you want to do to us while you doing sex and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Doing sex. We just want to hear your voice. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people who have Venus and Gemini also have very soothing speaking voices. You know, very sexy speaking voices, because everything Gemini is about the throat chakra. It's about talking. It's about communication. I also have a great singing voice. Okay, I don't mean to toot my own horn or nothing, but you know, Venus and Gemini people, they often are comedians, storytellers, writers, script writers, fashion designers, things that are often in the public eye. Gemini Venus people are really good with the public, and being a public figure. Hence me having this whole YouTube channel. I feel like it's just a part of my destiny to be a public figure in a weird way, because I just feel like I'm just really good at it, you know what I mean? And I know that I have social charisma, and I know that I have camera charisma, and you know, people who have Venus and Gemini also are very confident. We're very confident in our abilities, okay? We're very confident in, you know, what we bring to the table, and we're very confident in our abilities to make friends. Like, I always said to myself growing up that I don't have to worry about making friends. Everywhere I go, I make friends. I do. And I'm not trying to brag. It's just that having a Venus and Gemini, we just know what we bring to the table. We just know that we're socially charismatic. We just know that people like us. A lot of people like Venus and Gemini because we're fun. We laugh at your jokes. You know, we just love to laugh, and we don't impose too much weight on you or anything like that. We don't ask anything. We don't really ask much of you. You know what I'm saying? All we ask for is to just have a good time. That's literally it. That's all we really want at the end of the day, and that goes for relationships. You know, all I really want in relationships is to have a good time. You know, I don't want my relationships to be serious. I don't want to be stressed out. I don't want us to be arguing and fighting. I want us to play around like kids the whole relationship. And if we're not doing that, I don't really want to be involved. You know what I'm saying? I really don't like people who take stuff too seriously, because it's like, what's the point? I personally feel like life is a joke. I feel like life can be taken as a joke. Like, anything in life you can laugh about, you know? And people who don't see things that way, it's difficult to hang out with them. You know what I mean? People who just, they're so serious and they're just like, oh, I hate everything and I hate people. Like, I also don't really vibe with people who just always say, I hate people. I hate people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes people get on my damn nerves. And I have moments where I think I kind of hate people, but I know that I don't. You know what I'm saying? I actually love people. And I think that having a Venus in Gemini, we love people. We do. Because we know how to bring out the best in people. You know what I mean? Just because we're so positive. We're just very happy-go-lucky. It's just, we are just happy-go-lucky. It's not fake. It's not made up. Like, truly, behind closed doors, when the cameras are off and I'm by myself, I literally laugh at my own jokes. I am just as goofy and giggly by myself as I am on camera and with my family. You know what I mean? Yeah. Venus in Gemini is probably one of the most fun placements for Venus to be in, the most liberated, the most exciting, most adventurous placement for Venus and Gemini. And I just love this placement for myself. I love that about myself, that I'm adventurous and socially charismatic and all types of stuff. So yeah, is that all I have to say? Yeah, confidence is huge with the Venus and Gemini. I believe that's it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Bye bye.